Now today, we have invited not one, not two, not three, but 6 homegrown local comedians just for you. Now to start us off, we've got a matcha coming all the way from Rawang, Sha-un, Alex, Thomas.
Thanks, bro. So, when you first heard the name Sha-un, Alex, Thomas, if you thought that 3 different people were going to come up, you can be forgiven, huh? It's confusing, okay? It's not just that I have 3 names. I have 3 first names, okay? I don't know why. I once asked my mother, Mummy, why did you and Papa give me 3 first names, huh? And then she said, you are named after respected family members, okay? So, Thomas, after your father. Alex, after your grandfather. Then I was like, what about Sha-un, huh? Got no Sha-uns in our family, right? And then she cheekily turned to me and said, oh, Sha-un, Sha-un after Sean Connery, lah. The James Bond actor. I got a shock. You mean I'm related to James Bond? Huh? I'm the black James Bond? And wait, does that mean that Mummy and James and Sean Connery, I cannot think about it, lah. Well, that's just life as a brown man with 3 first names, lah. Huh? But you know, I'm still pretty glad that I have my 3 first names. You know why? It saved my life a couple of times. Now I ask you here, who here has ever been stopped by the police at a roadblock at midnight? Who? Okay, a handful of people, but not many. Huh? But you know why or not? Because to be stopped by the police at a roadblock at midnight, you must have a certain complexion. Huh? Huh? Okay? So one night a few years ago, I was going out to supper with a couple of friends. Huh? And important context, these other friends, they were Chinese, okay? Okay? So they went ahead of me. One by one, they all went through a roadblock. No problem, huh? When I went through, I got stopped, okay? So I rolled down my window. I was about to ask the officer, any problem or not? He didn't answer me, huh? He just shone the flashlight at my face, you know? I almost got blinded, no? Then he just said, Tunjo IC. So I just tunjo my IC, huh? What am I supposed to do, right? That's when everything changed, you know? He saw my IC, he was like, oh, Sha-un, Alex, Thomas. When he read that, I was like, did I give him the correct IC? Huh? Who is this Sha-un, Alex, Thomas? But I guess in Malaysia, Sha-un is Sean, huh? I say accept it, huh? I'm just glad that my IC didn't say Yoganeshwaran, Anadalaki, Magendran, okay? If not, until today, I'd be in the lockup, okay? And back then, I didn't have this beard, you know? Now I have this beard, I look like a gangster boss going to fight gang Kosong Lapan or something, you know? Sometimes I look in the mirror, I get scared of myself, okay? You know, if I was in a car and I saw myself walk by, I'd lock my car, okay? But you know, I don't want to shave my beard. You know why? Because when your fiancé tells you that having a beard makes you look sexy, you will never go near another razor for the rest of your life, okay? This beard is a part of me, okay? It's here to stay. It's part of my body. Next year, I'm coming back as Black Dumbledore, okay? You know what? Racists, they're just the worst. Correct or not? Huh? But you know what is just as bad? Ageist. People who discriminate based on age, okay? I tell you another story. So when I first got my driving license, it happened a few days after the MH370, the Malaysia Airlines flight got lost. So as my driving instructor was driving me home, he suddenly turned to me and he said, "Hey, Sha-un, you very smart kan? Let me tanya you lah. What is the real reason MH370 sudah hilang?" I was 17 years old. I didn't even know who our prime minister was. But takkan I know all this, right? So I told him, no, I don't know. Then he said, "Sha-un, kau bangang lah. Kau terlalu muda. You're too young. Cannot understand anything, okay?" I got insulted. It's not my age. It's not my intelligence. So I asked him back, "Why? Kenapa? You tell me lah." Then he said, "Sha-un, okay, the real reason MH370 sudah hilang is because of truism." I was like, truism? Tourism? Tourism. So I asked him, "But sir, macam mana tourism boleh cause the airplane to hilang, sir?" He scolded me again. "You too young, cannot understand lah." And then he just sent me home. Didn't bother to explain already. So I went home. I thought on this problem with all my brain power, My 17-year-old brain power lah. Too young apparently, right? And then I finally realized why. That he wasn't trying to say tourism. He was trying to say terrorism. Okay? Joker, you scold me for being young. You so old. Learn how to pronounce words, can or not? Yo. Racist, ageist, life as a brown man here. So difficult, okay? You know, what I really want is for everyone to be treated equally. Correct or not? And one time, I worked for a company that treated everyone equally. Equally badly. Okay? So I ask you, who here wishes for like a free healthcare and dental checkup for a company? Everyone wants free healthcare and all that. Yes, okay. Are you sure? Because at this company I work for, they gave me free healthcare and free dental checkup, After every lunch, my face like this one, okay? And it wasn't a dentist, it was my boss, Every time after lunch, my boss will do spot check on my teeth, Oh, on my first day working there, they gave everyone a toothbrush and a toothpaste, They expect you to brush your teeth after lunch, You sure you want free healthcare or not? Free dental care or not? You want this kind of level or not? Okay. And then they saw my teeth. They check my BMI also. Body mass index, okay? Every 3 months, they'd measure my weight, they'd measure my height. And if my BMI was too high, they would fire me, Okay? If you're overweight now, you cannot work in this company, Sorry lah, some of you. But yeah, so that's true lah, But at least if it was for the health and wellness of employees, it's a good measure, right? But it wasn't because of that they did this, It was so that they could present us worthy to their CEO. They are so obsessed with their CEO, okay? Let me tell you how obsessed they are. On my first day, during the orientation, after the HR guy had finished all the rules, he turned to us and he said, "So, that was the official rules. Now, this is not an official rule, but it is highly recommended that you keep a picture of our CEO in your wallet now." Okay. It is true story, Okay. I was like, picture? The only people you keep a picture of in your wallet is your wife. Maybe your kids, your girlfriend, not a picture of a 60-year-old man you don't even know, okay? I really thought he was joking, like pranking the first interns and all this, right? But then, he took out his wallet, okay? He took out his wallet and showed us a picture of Tanfi in his wallet, no. Oh, yo, I got scared already, man. I thought that school was like prison because in school, people keep telling you what to do and everything, man. And I thought that when I became an adult, things would get better. But you know what? Working life is just as bad as school, okay? Remember in school, you used to have morning assemblies every Monday? Correct or not? Then you sing Nagaraku, all right? Morning, And that's good. That's good to sing Nagaraku. Nagaraku national anthem. You must sing, must be patriotic, correct? At this company, we had morning assemblies too. Okay? And we didn't just have them on Monday mornings. We had them every morning. And we had our own company song, Okay? So remember when you sang Nagaraku, you have to put your palm to your breast, right? At this company, we had our own pose also, okay? And every time I did this pose, I looked like the black bearded Statue of Liberty, man. I look like this, Like this, okay? Okay? With your back straight, thumbs up, okay? And while I was like this, I had to sing our company song, Okay? You guys want to hear the song? Yes, sir. You sure? Because I feel too much PTSD, You sure you want to see that? Okay, sure. Get ready, You might not be able to forget this, Best girl is the best. Better than the rest. Quality, reliability, and consistency remain a policy at Best Girl Group of Companies. I hope you're happy. Okay. But you know what? That's not all, They didn't just have a song. They had a clap also, okay? Whenever 2 or 3 employees of Best Glove met together, they'd have to do this clap, okay? Now, I want to show you guys this clap, but it's too painful. But I heard therapy, you must relive experiences, right? To conquer your fears, right? So can you guys be a part of my therapy? Can? Okay. I'll show you how to do the clap, and I'll do the rest, all right? Can or not? Okay, so the beat goes like this, okay? Got it? Yeah. All right, so you wait for me to clap, then you follow, okay? Oh. Best glove, best honesty, best integrity, best transparency. Yes! 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 Thank you, everyone. You've been a great crowd. Good night.
Up for Sha-un Alex Thomas. We always think that if we are treated equally, things will be good. But, man, from what Sha-un said, nah, that's not the case, man. I mean, that song. Oh. But, our next guest is someone who doesn't have to worry about cringy company song at all. In fact, she came pretty close to the world of stardom. Not just any stardom, Ooh, the world of BTS. Ooh. Okay, now, just a fair warning to all the bananas here. The next act, firstly, I want to personally welcome you to the Banana Club, where I'm the vice president. You'll meet the president very soon. But secondly, get your friend to help you with this, okay? Let's welcome MaryAnne.
Hello， 大家好，我是 MaryAnne， 谢谢。很多人都说人生只有一次，对吧？那就要努力活成自己想要的样子。谢谢。OK， 所以很多人都说，一个漂亮的脸蛋就会很轻松容易搞定所有事。我的人生一团乱，就是因为我有一个漂亮的脸蛋。谢谢大家。那些其他人，其实你们不要觉得我是 bitch 啊，讲自己美 ，OK？ 其实我知道啦，就是我没有 IU 啊，很像 Angelababy 啊这样美啦，可是没有这样 perfect 啦，对不对？可是我还是有一点美嘛，是不是？ 呀，谢谢。所以呢，我有一个梦想，我的梦想就是 maybe 我可以找到一个对的公司、对的人 ，maybe make up touch up 一下，这样我应该就会很容易轻松的 control 我的 life， 然后过我自己想要的人生。所以在我16岁的那一年呢，我就去了台湾念书。你们知道 J. Chow 吗？周杰伦的老婆在我的学校毕业，其实。所以我的学校就是有很多出名的明星啊，不是很出名的，即将要出名的啊，全部都是在我的那边学校是毕业的啦。所以那时候。我就是觉得说，我很容易追星，也很容易变明星啦，很多机会在我的学校，所以有一天我就收到了一个 email， 一个经纪公司，经纪公司就是找明星的公司啦，说那个公司 send 我 email 叫我去 interview， 我整个人在yes， 我的 talent 被看到了，所以我就我在想。做明星啊，其实是很简单的啦，就是你给人家 make up 啊，给人家 serve 一下啊，然后过后就是你演戏一下你就有几百万进口袋这样子，就是很简单的啦，是不是？每个人都这样觉得。可是OK， 我就去那个公司 interview 我就很兴奋嘛，我的 talent 被看到了，然后过后我就去，可是我不可以给人家看到我很兴奋，因为我要being a professional，you know， so 我就OK， 我就去到那个 interview， 我就。你好，我姓张，名叫秀燕，今年18岁，来自马来西亚。然后那个 interview 的人他就看到我就，你是来自马来西亚你的华语好好哦。所以因为台湾的人以为马来西亚都是会讲马来话罢了所以他不知道我会讲华语我会讲华语咯所以那时候他就开始帮我量我的身高、我的体重、我的三围这样子，然后他量了他那个 report 他就给我他就看着他就跟我讲，你需要减肥。然后你的胸部不够大，然后你需要上一些的课程来去增进自己，然后去参加一些唱歌比赛啊，然后过后我要穿一些衣服来塑造你的身形。然后我其实听到减肥，其实我的家里没有给我很多 pocket money 啦，说我礼拜1吃面包，礼拜2吃面包，礼拜3吃面包，我每一天都在吃面包。你叫我减肥，这样你不是叫我礼拜1吃面包，礼拜2不要吃，礼拜3再吃面包？不行嘞！所以我就是可能会饿死了。当然我不会show给他看这样啦，我就跟他讲，好，我会尝试一下。所以那时候他就跟我讲另外一个东西，就是你知道以你这样子的条件你要怎样出名跟变得更有钱？就是你要穿比基尼去拍照，然后要配一些的高层吃饭。我整个人听到就是比基尼，你叫我穿比基尼，你都讲我没有胸部，你还要叫我穿比基尼啊？这样我不是没有？所以那时候你知道，就是人要拒绝一件事情自己拒绝就很像自己是 bitch 样所以要用什么方法？就是用你妈妈，因为大家都是听妈妈的话。说听妈妈的话嘛，所以我就跟他讲了，不好意思我觉得我妈妈不是会很喜欢啦，因为太 sexy 太暴露了我再考虑一下咯说那时候我们就OK after interview 就算了，就是他没有 contact我也不用 contact 他了，就这样过了。过了几个月我的学校就来了一个韩国公司，你们知道 Twice 吗 ？TT 就是那个公司。他就来我的学校应征，不是应征就是找明星这样子啦。所以我就it's my show time。所以我就你知道我在开始幻想了，我可以跟我的松中义欧巴一起演戏然后过后我的学校又教我们 catwalk 又教我们唱歌跳舞，这样我的 talent 一定会被看到的，因为我已经开始写一首歌，编一首舞，然后写 script， 把全部的 talent 捆抱在一起了，要给他们看这样子。所以我的韩国老师他就跟我讲。因为我的学校是 international， 所以他就有那个韩国老师，他就来跟我讲，就是， 我们的 training 是5年。Yeah, so you know, right? 我们你来这个 training 你是不可以吃，不可以喝，然后过后你不可以有男朋友。Yeah, 然后呢，如果是不够的话，就是你要 plastic surgery。Yeah, so 我就OK，plastic surgery，我想一下 ，OK， 我想一下啦。Yeah， 其实我在想 plastic surgery， 它让我领悟到一件事情。我本来以为我是美，但是不够美。现在我发现我是丑又不够丑。因为如果我够丑的话我不用这样努力了的。就是我的爸爸妈妈、我的身边的朋友都会跟我讲，你这样丑不要去啦，是不是呀？现在我就想到一首歌，我很丑，可是我很温柔。谢谢大家。So 过后我就没有去 interview 了啦。然后过后，因为我不想要被 control 嘛。可是来到马来西亚我还是被我的老板 control。So 比较甘愿一点比起那个不能吃、不能喝、每天吃面包那个现在可以吃，还是比较开心一下啦。So 在这里最后一句要跟大家说的就是，人生只有一次，不要搞死自己就好。谢谢大家。
A round of applause for MaryAnne. Now that's insane, man. Like after surviving on bread for so many days, they still want to lose weight. Wow, I definitely cannot do that. I'll die, man. After the first time, I forget it. And the worst part is that actually for her to be free, she has to eat bread her whole life. Oh, cannot tahan. Now you know who else has a difficult life? Bananas. Okay, not the fruits. In case some of you are like, the fruit very kasian. No, not the fruits. Chinese people who cannot speak Mandarin. Yellow on the outside, white on the inside. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the president of the Banana Club, Wei Kim.
Okay. Thank you, James. You guys are making me more nervous, okay? Okay, thank you guys for the warm welcome. Thank you, James, for the sad but true introduction. So I'm Wei Kim. I was born in Bangsa, and I've always felt the need to be in control. So there's one time when I was 8 years old, I think. I fought with my teacher. Okay, it's not just like verbal, right? We were like in a hand fight, like we were locked each other's arms. Then I can only move my arms, right? I ended up pulling his thigh. Then he was like, "Eh, berani kau pull thigh aku, huh?" Then I was like, "Oh, sorry, cikgu." Yeah, so shout out to Encik Rosdan if you're watching. Yeah, sorry. And I've always wanted to be on top of life. Want to be in control. But, sometimes life just gets on top of you. Okay, so when I was 5 years old, my dad one day, he decided to let me learn how to speak Chinese. Oh my God. And I noted, and something to note, right, he didn't teach me. Okay, he's like, there's no sentences, no sample, no guidance, no coaching. Then he just brings me to a kopitiam one day. Hey boy, go order food. If not, you got nothing to eat. I was like, 5 years old, I was like, oh crap, how do I do this? Then, had to eat, right? So go up to the chicken rice shop guy. Nice, I asked him, because I don't know Chinese, right? I said, can I have 1 chicken rice? Then the uncle said, huh? Mele. That time, panic, okay? Don't know what to do, and I was picky eater, right? I wanted a particular part, which I didn't know how to say in English. And I was like, okay, chanting, Chinese. And I said, uncle, ya ko kai nen. Okay, so the chicken rice guy, okay, he's like, oh God, he died laughing. Okay, but the worst part, let me tell you the worst part. The worst part was, I didn't get my chicken rice. Okay, thankfully my dad went and ordered for me lah. So yeah, and then a couple of years, a lot of years later, I decided to become an accountant. Okay, in my mind, I was like, okay, accountancy, numbers. I just work with numbers lah, numbers, Excel sheets, what else, calculator. Basically, no human being involved. And then, entered uni, all Chinese friends. Entered work, all colleagues Chinese, all clients Chinese, all boss Chinese. I was like, okay, what a time of my life. And then every time, right, I pick up the phone, the client calls, he says, something in Chinese. Then I'm like, 对不起啊，我不可以讲华语。你可以 English 吗？ Then, obviously, the guy is judging me. And worst of all, my colleagues at the side there laughing. Look at this banana joker, don't even know how to say anything. Yeah, and then obviously my work got affected lah. Okay, so, and then after that, another thing I was doing, I was a part-time receptionist. Okay, don't ask me why, but the receptionist phone was connected to my phone. And I wasn't even paid enough, okay, accountants. So, every time I had to pick up call, hello, Mo Stephens, how may I help you? Then this Chinese client come over, talk. Yeah, again lah, my motto, right? 对不起，我不明白讲华语。你可以 English 吗？ Okay, so now everyone's laughing, right? The client's laughing, my colleagues are laughing, strangers are laughing at me. And I thought I'd be fine, but I just couldn't control this life. Okay, so I decided to do one day. I decided to do something I can control, right? I was young. I am young. Yeah, I'm young. I'm somewhat energetic. And I was in control of my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul. Okay, and I decided to exercise. So I was putting on my shoes, and my mom was like, "Hey, you sure or not?" Like, okay, thanks, mom, but okay, I won't be affected by her. Okay, I'm confident, can do this. It's just a jog. Okay, 10 minutes later, I'm dead. I'm lying on the floor, on the grass there. Okay, puking. I'm not kidding. I was puking water. Okay, I was dizzy, almost gonna faint. And then the security guard comes. On his bike, he said, bro, you okay? You mau pulang balik? Like he was tapping on his motorbike. And I was like, oh my goodness, so embarrassing. If I go home, okay, first time jogging, confident, telling my mom I can do this, and then I come home on the security guard motorbike, and my mom's just waiting there. See, told you so. That's why today you see what you see, lah. Okay? Yes. Okay, another incident. Flashback to when I was just finished uni. Okay, my friends wanted to have this graduation trip. Okay, at that time I haven't graduated, but I just go lah. Okay, so accountancy, right? All Chinese friends. So you all want to guess where you want to go? Taiwan. Y'all sure go Taiwan. And then it's like, yeah, exactly, right? I knew it. I knew they were going to Taiwan. Then I knew also it's going to be a recipe for disaster because I was going to be in a foreign land. I was a foreigner. I had no idea what the foreign language is about, but I look like I understand. So everyone's just going to talk to me in Chinese, lah, right? But no, peer pressure, so go. Okay, go. Everything was well until I opened my luggage. I was like, oh, great, I didn't pack any underwear. Remember, foreign land, So, what to do? Accountancy mode on, right? Calculate all the probabilities. Okay, try to find solution. Okay, finally found one. Okay, I'll not bathe. Okay, I'll just go out and buy underwear. So I exited a building. I was like, where am I? I can't even read the signs. The signboards are all in Chinese, right? I can't even ask anyone where's the pharmacy. I can't even understand what they're saying to me, even if I could ask them. Right? All I was looking for is the plus sign. Thank God I didn't go into a clinic or hospital. But yeah, I found a pharmacy. After I entered, again started. Everything was in Chinese. So I was like, what am I doing? So I decided to ask the lady lah. But obviously I didn't know Chinese, right? So I had to do some sign language. Universal ma, right? Okay, so what y'all think the underwear sign language is? Of course like this lah, right? Okay, then it's like that. I did that a few times, and the lady was like, what is this guy? And thank God she didn't call security, and I'm like, okay, that's my cue to leave. So I went to the aisle and then looked at everything, and I was like, okay, found it. And then I was like, okay, let's go pay. Then I met the same lady, and when initially she blur, right? Now she's judging me. She's like, what the creep is this? What is this guy doing? Why is he buying this? So I was like, okay, ignore, because I'm never going to meet her for the rest of my life. So I just confidently took my stuff and I just left. Okay, so I was tired. And I was like, okay, I'll take a shower. So shower. And then time to obviously use the underwear. At first, I was putting it on, I was like, oh, very tight, very tight. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm going to check the package lah. That's like, nothing wrong, right? The only 2 letters I knew was XL. Okay lah. Then after that, this one. Why is it lacy? That's like, at that point, it dawned on me, that's why she was judging me. Buy this women's XL underwear, And it's like, okay, now our countermeasure on again. Right, I had to figure out a solution to do this. Because if not, right, I got no underwear for the rest of my trip, I had to go commando, I'm not gonna, I spare y'all okay, from that. Okay, so, swallow pride. Okay, let's go. Yeah, and I walked up. I obviously had to find my way into the underwear. Okay, and then to go to my friend's room. Hey, can you please help me buy some underwear? Because they all can speak Chinese all that, right? At that point, that was the lowest point of my life. I was like, okay, I'm in women's underwear in a foreign land. Yeah, so yeah, that is my life. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Let's show some love to Wei Kin. Yeah, it's hard, man, being a banana. It's not easy. Yeah, it's even harder if you know a dialect with similar sounding words, but they mean something completely different. So I know Hokkien. Hokkien, pang means to put, right? And pang, wait, am I saying, I'm probably butchering it, right? I'm sorry, MaryAnne and all that. But pang is like help in Mandarin, I think. Okay. Thank you for all the Chinese speakers helping me, banana. So yeah, there was even one time when I came to KL, went to a chicken rice shop, probably the same one Wei Kin went to, and I asked to help the chicken instead of add more chicken. And he just looked at me like, what's wrong with kids these days, man? Our next guest actually got his dream job. Ooh. He's the guy who's responsible for all your apps working. Let's welcome Bolwin.
Thank you for coming out tonight. I want to shout out to all of you. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you to Sha-un, my ex-colleague who is actually here. What a surprise. Thank you for coming, Sha-un. I hope you have a good night, okay? My name is Bolwin. I work in software engineering. Have you heard of Microsoft? Microsoft Teams, Windows, yeah? I don't work in that company. In fact, I'm not sure if I work in a software company also. I think I work in an engineering company that pretends to be a software company. You know, like how I pretend to know software engineering, even though I studied chemical engineering? Yeah? I mean, who cares what you study, man? It's pointless. Who studies psychology here? You're going to end up doing marketing, okay? Who studied biomedicine? You're going to end up selling drugs to hospitals. It doesn't matter, just throw a dice and pick one. Oh, where were we? Oh, coming back to software engineering. Software engineering is the art of developing software to solve problems. Sounds nice, right? But it's a lot like real life. It doesn't work the way we want it to. It never does. Real world has a dark side. The software engineering world has a dark side. And I'm about to take you on a journey. Ooh, very dark. You know, software should just work, man. But instead of making our lives better, improving the world, solving problems, they suck. Why do they call it software when it's so hard to use? They should call it hardware. You know why software engineers make bad software? I'll tell you why. We did not receive the right training. Okay? It's like talking to a bunch of interns. Some of you are younger here. Why didn't you all do this, huh? We didn't learn it at school. I'll tell you what I learned, okay? Chemical engineering. Aerodynamics, fluid dynamics, thermodynamics. There is no software dynamics. I don't know anything about software. Oh man, let me tell you a true insider story, okay? A customer called and complained, like, hello, my software is stuck. Hi, thank you for calling. May I know how you know it was stuck? A standard question you must ask, you know. Yeah, it's stuck because the loading icon just keeps spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. Now, in an ideal world, if you're a software engineer and you love your users and you want nothing but the best experience for them, what would you do? You will unstuck the software with your God-given computer knowledge that is magic to the rest of us. But the software engineer I know, he just removed the loading icon. And now the customer is stuck forever. It's a miracle we haven't blown up the world, man. If you're an atheist, you cannot be a software engineer. We don't know what we're doing. All we do is just make some changes and we pray. We pray that it works. Oh man, you know Yoda, little green guy from Star Wars? He says, do and do not, do or do not. There is no try. You know, he said that in his weird voice. In software engineering, it's the complete opposite. You only try, you don't do. I kid you not, this is how it looks like on a day-to-day basis. The customer calls again. Hi, can we get the software fixed by next week? We will try. After a week, hi, is the software fixed? We are trying. Oh man, 6 months later, the customer called. Hey, the software is still not fixed. I'm sorry, we tried. Software engineers can never become Jedis. We only try, we never do. Humans are the worst. Nobody does the work. No one is doing, they're only trying. You know those big tech companies, software companies you want to join, right? They have such awesome offices. Why do you think that's the case? They got snooker table. My office also got snooker table, ping pong table, PS4, PS5, dartboard, chessboard, carom. It's because no one is doing the work. Everyone is only trying to work, trying to focus. I tell you, if everyone did their job properly, I would lose my job instantly. Seriously, I'm just an overpaid messenger. All I do is, we have a problem. We have a problem. Restart. Can you restart? Doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's all I do. I'm a glorified messenger. But please don't report me, lah. I don't want to lose my dream job. I love my job. It pays very well. Because our software are very expensive. 6 figures for the software, not my salary. I wish. You want to know why your software is so expensive but suck? You probably guessed it, no one is doing the work. No one is doing the work. Especially during this pandemic, right? Just imagine, the pandemic, the MCO, and then got all the WFH. You know what is WFH? No, it's work 4 hours. No one is working. You know, in some companies, when your mouse stops moving for like 5 minutes, your status become away. Your boss knows you're not working. A software engineer will program the mouse to go like this. Humans are the worst. We are all like this, man. Let's be honest, right? During a video conference, right, you have a Teams meeting, Zoom meeting. You're playing with your phone, and your boss say, "Hey, what do you think, Bolwin?" "Oh, I'm sorry. Hello? Can you hear me? Sorry, the audio got cut off. What was your question again?" You see, software doesn't work because we are the problem. You are the problem. Okay? And I have the evidence to prove it. One word. Password. Okay? The number one reason people call me is to reset their password. Reset their password. You know how someone forget their password? When they don't use the software. These guys are paying me 6 figures, paying the company 6 figures to buy a software that they don't use. And then they end up forgetting the password. And the best part is, instead of having a password reset button, they pay us 6 figures so that we can reset the password for them. Welcome to the peak of software engineering and the height of human civilization, where nothing works as it should because humans are the problem. Hello? So, Bolwin, can you reset the password for me? I will try. Thank you, have a good time.
Bolwin, I was gonna ask if you could create an app for us bananas, but I know what you're gonna say.
We will try.
Yes, you're trying. Okay, now for our next guest, this is someone who really tried. Let's give it up for the Hokkien Zabo from Bangsa, Jaylin!
My name is Jaylin, and yes, I hail from Bangsa, but I have something more important to tell you, that I'm actually really good at one thing. I'm really good at being a great big disappointment. You see, the thing about being from Bangsa, being kind of tall, kind of athletic, somewhat decent looking, is that people expect a lot out of you. But let me tell you the truth. The greater the expectation, the bigger the disappointment. Maybe it's because I'm actually an accident child. True story. When my parents told me about how I was conceived, it involved the keywords Pulau Pangkor, family holiday, shared room with my brother and sister. Safe to say, I am scarred for life, and I thank God for the gospel of Jesus Christ. Otherwise, I might be even more damaged than I already am today. All right, but let me tell you a bit about this disappointment. When I was little, I've always wanted to act. It's been a dream. Watching Lucy Liu on stage in Charlie's Angels. Do you guys know her? Okay, this side people know her. This side people maybe too young lah. Okay, Lucy Liu was an inspiration, right? She was one of the first Asian women who made it big in Hollywood. And I'm like, I need to be like her. I need to practice. And I would practice my accents all the time. So much so, my parents, at one point, they thought, okay, either we need to call an exorcist or we need to get this woman institutionalized. Because wherever I am in the house, in the room, in the kitchen, I'll be practicing. Hello, mom. I'm not going to fry fish for you today, mom. Today is Sunday. It is the Lord's Day. We do not fry fish on a Sunday, mom. Mom, Pablo, my boyfriend, is picking me up in 5 minutes. Okay? You have a problem, you call the agency, okay? Sometimes it would sound like this. Kap, in Sukhumvit Wellness, Health and Beauty, we have many package massage special for you. You want, I give you Sukhumvit special. I have more massage package. Wait, I also have happy, happy, you happy, I happy. If you want, I give you same but the plan. You want Sir God side, I give you cup. And sometimes it would sound like this. Salma, actually, I not tell you. Last week, right? It's 4-month anniversary with my husband. So I bagi tahu dia lah. Sayang, I rasa kan, I want to go to Paris lah. Want to see Eiffel Tower, you know. Eiffel Tower, want to take picture like influencer like this. I rasa it's time to go for holiday lah sayang. Tapi itu husband saya bangang ke bodoh. We went to Perlis. I want to go to Paris, see Eiffel Tower. We go to Perlis, see sawah padi. Sawah padi. I do my hair, I do my nails. Bangang ni husband. So I don't blame my parents if they heard all this. You know, I was practicing my accents all the time in the room. I don't blame them. Right? So that was my dream, to be an actress. So today, I act, in fact, a lot. I act like a highly functional human being all the time. I act like I have a lot of friends on social media. Hey, hi, hey Sarah, what's up, right? And I also have to consistently act like I'm not a disappointment to the Chinese community. I mean, think about it, right? How can you not get your mother tongue's numbers? Numbers, okay? When I was little, my third uncle, we call him Sape, he asked me about my braces. And so he went, Jelena, lu bang lui tricky ya, gu lui ya. And my cousin at the time, who's resident translator, she wanted to offer some help to reply, right? My braces cost 2,500. I thought, no, let me answer. Sape, what's your braces? Bang tricky. Di chap go ching. Sape went, ha! Di chap go ching. His dentures almost came out. Di chap go ching. And he started counting. 2, 3, 4. Why is I big goy moto? I can buy 5 motorbikes with 25,000. And I was thinking, what's going on? My cousin went, Sape. It's not di chap go ching. It's di cheng go pat. It's 2,005, not 25,000. Then from that day onwards, Sape started talking to me in Malay. Chinese uncle talked to me in Malay. Disappointment, right? Okay, but here's the thing, okay? I'm not banana like Wei Kin actually. Wei Kin is the president of the Banana Club. But even the banana people will reject me because I'm actually a sunflower. Yellow on the outside, brown on the inside. Or at least I'm trying to be brown on the inside, okay? Let me explain. So I thought, since I cannot change my race, right? God already planned for me to be a Chinese lady with a Chinese face. Maybe I can date an Indian boyfriend. So I found one Anne lah. So I thought maybe if we hold hands, then some Indianness can come. Through osmosis, it will come. But also disappointment because the fella is a coconut. Brown on the outside, white on the inside. So also cannot. One will be Chinese disappointment, banana disappointment, sunflower also disappointment, boyfriend also disappointment. You see, if I tell my friends that my boyfriend is an Indian, they are expecting the names Gopal, Selvaraju. Bare minimum also Bala. This fella's name is John. Not enough, John, wait. John Brian Miller. Just like Sean Alex Thomas. One English name not enough, must have 3. Okay, never mind, no problem. It's okay. Name only, no problem. When we go and eat banana leaf rice, the waiters in Nirvana are a bit confused because this China Amoy is eating with hand. This Anne is eating with fork and spoon. When I'm ordering food, banana leaf, I say, Anne, soda gonjo, meena kari onna, koli kari onna. Then the Anne very happy. Okay. Saying, okay, giving me extra all. John orders food like this. Excuse me, 1 fried chicken and 1 iced lemon tea. Iced lemon tea. Teo iced limau, Teo iced limau. The poor waiter also thinking, better I go back to India. Forget it. Wasting my time here with this fella. Okay, never mind. Then one banana leaf rice. John actually learned how to Bhangra dance for the first time this year at a wedding. First time. Right? So there was some tuna, neng, neng. You know that song? But he learned the Bhangra dance from me. I know, from the Chinese girlfriend. So I'm thinking, what is this lah? Disappointment. Okay, but to be fair, I know you all are thinking, no lah, don't talk so bad about your boyfriend. Okay. To be fair, he helped me prepare for today, okay? I asked him, so can you remind me of some times when I've been a disappointment in life? Within 30 seconds, one long Word document came back. I'm thinking, you've been waiting for this day a long time, Keeping track of my disappointments, Okay, no problem. Okay. Now, another way I've been a disappointment is that I don't actually fit, in case you haven't noticed, into the small Asian girl mold, you know? You know, the small ones, where you go to Berjaya Times Square and they're all around? You know which one, right? You know, right? And how you know you're not very small is when you go into the shops and you look for the shorts, then you're thinking, this is for one thigh, is it? Should I buy 2 for my other thigh? How? The last time I can fit into these shorts, I was 10 years old. How to wear these shorts? You know which I'm talking about, right? Not these small Asian girls. So, my family will constantly remind me, during a reunion dinner, Chinese New Year, everyone's so happy, eating, got hebi lah, pig stomach soup lah, eat. Then one relative looked at me and said, Jilin, lu pui liao Tampok. Lu 80 kg 80 kg. Lu is such a wrestler. This is during Chinese New Year, okay? Reunion dinner, they're saying, you can be wrestler. Okay. Thanks. Remind me every day. I mean, I try lah. I got go to the gym, right? No, January, you make New Year's resolution. You go to the gym, January one time, February one time, then rest of the year don't go. Okay, but when I do go to the gym, I realize one very important thing. No matter how many squats I do, I will never be able to fit into those shorts from Berjaya Times Square. Never. No point. It's pointless. And sometimes when I do go to the gym, I will meet some very interesting people lah. There was one time, one man came up to me, saw me doing stretches, said, beautiful. I was like, yes, hello. Please tell it to my relatives in Talintan. Says, I like your splits. I was like, thanks. But the next day, he's using the same pickup line on another Chinese girl. Disappointment. Y'all feel so sad for me. Thank you. And finally, remember at the start I said that the greater the expectation, the greater the disappointment. The epitome of this is my mother. Okay? My mother has sacrificed her body to breastfeed me for 3 years. 3 years is a very long time. Okay, just picture a toddler with teeth. They can talk, they can walk, they can run, and they're breastfeeding. Okay, so my mother, sometimes she will go around telling her relatives, she say, you say, Jaylin, SPM, 11A. Gao, Chin Gao, badminton, wow, play for KL, you say. You know why? One nen, ho in nen. Wa ho in nen, sai ni 3 years breastfeed ho I say. Breast is best, lu say. So for my mother, the investment is very big. 3 years of her body she gave to me, mental, physical, spiritual investment into me. So her expectation very big. That's why nowadays when the relatives ask her, hey, Jelena, ito hami. My mother says, Jelena, ichina panai ito one thing only. One thing jinja ho. Ichinja gaudu disappointment lah. Thank you so much, everybody. You've been a great audience.
Give it up for Jaylin. Now, Jay, I know you can't help it, but keep trying, lah, Jay. Bloom as a sunflower. All right, our final guest is a special one. He comes all the way from Taman Tun, Dr. Ismail David Kuok.
Thank you. All right, hi everyone. So my name is David. I know I look like I just graduated from college, but I'm actually 30 years old this year. Yay. I'm married, and as you can tell from the dad bod, I have a 1-year-old, and my wife and we are actually expecting our second child at the end of the year. Yes. So yeah, you could say I'm an adult now, and being an adult means that you start needing to take care of important things, right? Because you want to provide for your family, things that you usually don't think too much about when you were younger, right? So being an adult means taking care of important things. And but what I never knew, right? Never would I have imagined that being an adult would mean that I would be buying and using my very first adult diaper. Yes, while my friends and people around my age were acquiring their first car, their first condo, their first houses, I was the proud owner of 10 pairs of Tena adult diapers. And 3 weeks ago, I was just up at 3:15 a.m., being sad and pathetic, watching commercials of old men smiling in diapers, okay? So I had to get an adult diaper because I was having really, really, really bad diarrhea. And obviously, it was bad enough for me to concede to realizing that, yeah, maybe I need to get a diaper, right? It was a last resort, okay? A last resort. Because obviously, I don't think that's what people mean when they say you should pamper yourself once in a while. Because, no one in their right mind would stoop so low to buy an adult diaper and use it if they had any choice or dignity left in them, especially not a 30-year-old 30-year-old man, because just the sight of a 30-year-old man, right, wearing nothing but an adult diaper with all his leg hair, body hair, bulu ketia all sticking out, it will make you want to puke, okay? It's just sad and pathetic. But you know, these adult diaper companies, they really know how to market their products to you. You know, I remember, I swear, you know, while I was having diarrhea and I was watching those commercials, those words really spoke to my soul. Really. You know, they use words like 3 times faster absorption, 3 times drier, super absorbent gel that prevents against leakage, odor neutralizer. You got me at 3 times, man. And you know you've hit a really low point in your life when words like that move you so much, right? Like a grown man. But I had no choice, okay? I had no choice because my diarrhea was really bad. It was uncontrollable, right? It's so bad. It's like when you complain to your friend and you say, dude, I'm having such a shit day. Except, literally, I was having a shit day, a day of just shit, nothing but shit. So I was there sitting on my toilet, okay, just diarrhea firing non-stop, okay, just going non-stop, like one of those, you know, annoying Chinese New Year fireworks at midnight, okay, that never stops. And the annoying thing is, I don't know why this happens all the time, right? Just when you think you are done, you've given your last wipe, you flush, and then you pull up your pants and you think, okay, that was the worst, right? You're gonna go off and have a normal day. Again, it just goes off. It was bad, you know. I remember looking back in the toilet bowl, okay, to check out my art. We all do that, right? Don't laugh. We all do that. And I remember seeing that it was green. Yeah, have you had diarrhea that was green? It's like some swampy, foul-smelling thing. I swore I saw Shrek bathing in there, okay? It's so bad. Like, it's uncontrollable. Like, everything I ate just flew out of me, right? It's like Doctor Strange was there, opening some portal. From my mouth, everything just go out. I eat rice, lao sai. I eat noodles, lao sai. Eat bread, lao sai. Drink water also, lao sai. So messed up. I mean, it's so messed up that our body, when you are having diarrhea, you are dehydrated, and our body is just expelling water like nobody's business. It's ridiculous, right? Water is the stuff of life. We need water to live, right? We are sending billions of dollars to Africa for them to have water. We are going off into outer space to find a planet that has this one essential thing for life, water. And here my stupid body is, okay, being like KLIA security, okay? Encik, air tak boleh simpan, semua kena tuang semua. So stupid. Like, why does our butt have to do that to us, right? Our butt only has one very simple job, which is keep the good stuff in, keep the bad stuff out, right? And water is obviously the good stuff. Don't throw the water out. You know, you have one very simple job. Just keep the water in, don't throw it out. But does he listen? Does he do his job? No, because he's an asshole. So, let me tell you my tragic story, right? On the week that I was having diarrhea, I was supposed to be running like a week-long conference, right? Some pretty important conference. And so I didn't have time to be on daddy duty. And my wife herself, she was busy that whole week. So thankfully, our in-laws, they were kind enough to offer to babysit our daughter, Abigail, for the whole week. And the plan was that weekend, they'll come by to KL. They are from Tanjung Malim. They'll come by to KL, and they'll pick up Abigail and then go off. But that Saturday, my mom-in-law, she called my wife, and she said that while they were here in KL, their plan was they wanted to visit some distant relatives, and they asked us to join them, right, and bring along Abigail because these relatives wanted to see my daughter. They've never seen her before. So, and bear in mind, these are people I don't even know them, okay? I never knew they existed before the phone call. So I was reluctant, right? Because I was having very bad diarrhea, feeling very weak. And also I had to run the conference, so I told my wife, okay, you know, why don't you just go, you bring Abigail, and I'll stay at home and rest. But in the end, we went, we went because I was a supportive husband. And because I lost the argument, so we went, we went. And when we reached there, we parked our car at the side of the road, right? And at that time, I felt very gassy, very bloated, okay? And I remember thinking, well, I don't want to go in some stranger's house and fart in their house, right? That's so indecent. So I did the decent thing, fart in the car, okay? And the thing about farting when you have diarrhea is, well, you know, it's risky business, right? It's like playing blackjack. And let's just say in blackjack terms, I got a burst. Okay? I got more than I expected, and I felt something wet coming out. And while this was happening, I was still in the car. While this was happening, I could see from the relative's house, they were coming out from the house, walking all over to the way to our car just to greet us, as if my daughter is some dance tree like that. So they were on their way, and I knew I had very little time to think, right? I got to think fast, so I clenched my butt cheeks. I rushed over to my wife. Obviously, you got diarrhea, then you rush over like that, right? So I rushed over to my wife. Then I whispered in her ears, right? I said, I sharted my pants. You guys know what shart is, right? Shart is where you think you are gonna release a fart, but it's a shit instead. So I said, I sharted my pants, okay? We can't stay long. We gotta just drop Abigail off and leave in 5 minutes. And so she said, yeah. And she went in. So I thought, okay, let's just get this over with, okay, this nightmare. 5 minutes and we are out. At least my wife is in on the plan. But little did I know that she actually did not hear the first sentence, which was the most important sentence. I sharted my pants. And when she said, yeah, she was just thinking I'm being whiny and not wanting to go visit the relatives, okay? So she's just brushing me off. And so we were in there. It's basically every Chinese man's worst nightmare. Stuck in the house of some relative. You got shit in your pants. And you got more to come. And you just want to lie outside in peace. And you have a wife who wants to please her relatives and who is completely oblivious to my pain and suffering. And not just that, you're there with the world's cutest 2-year-old. No, don't all, okay? Don't all, because you have no idea, it was torture. Because imagine this cute little thing clinging on to you the whole time. And, well, the relatives, they all want to play with her, right? So she was like this human magnet sucking in and drawing in people from every corner of the earth to my direction, the guy who shot his pants. And I'm trying my best to use my Jedi mind powers to don't come near, okay? You don't want to come near, don't come near. But that's not the worst part. The worst thing is my daughter is pretty curious, right? So when she sees something interesting, she wants to go and check it out. But she wants to stick around me all the time. So in her mind, this is her thought process, right? Ooh, doggy. But Dada here. But doggy there. So how does she solve the dilemma? she would literally pull my hand to walk to wherever she wants to go. So the whole time, I'm being dragged by this little girl and walking around like this. Hi, auntie. Hi. But that's not the worst part. Abigail is 1 year old, so she's actually very short. So actually, I'm walking around like this. So after what felt like forever, I managed to succeed. And we were about to leave, right? And then this auntie behind us, she said, "Hey, 不要走, don't go first. Take picture, 拍照, 拍照." So we had to go back there, and yeah, we gotta take one of those family pictures on the sofa, right? And yeah, and because Abigail is like the Tan Sri, she gotta sit in the middle, and I with her because she's sticking to me. So we both sat down first, right? And the plan was everyone else would just shuffle into the spaces around us. And if you've taken one of these family pictures on a sofa before, you know a sofa is just not built to squeeze in so many people. And any time someone just comes in and sits on the sofa, it's like a whole earthquake, right? And my butt is just not compatible with that level of shockwaves, right? I know it's hard for you to imagine, but let me give you a closer look to the inner mind of my butt. So, auntie number 1 comes and sit down. Auntie number 2. And then a bigger size auntie comes. At the end of the day, let's just say the earthquakes triggered a volcano. Okay? Yeah. So when we were finally done, I just rushed straight to the car. And I didn't even dare to look back at the sofa. And to this day, I'm a bit paranoid about whether or not I left some present there. Okay, not that bad. I don't think there's like brown visible stains, but maybe some smell. Yeah. Don't worry. Luckily, there was some like old grandma sitting right next to me. So you know who take the blame lah. So after this whole traumatizing incident, remember, I still have a week-long conference to run. So I knew that I needed to deal with this diarrhea issue because I can't run around conference managing things with like shit in my pants. So I needed to deal with this diarrhea issue. And actually, this whole diarrhea thing taught me something profound, right? Which is that, and you do have lots of profound moments when you're spending 10 hours on a toilet bowl. So I learned that life is a lot like diarrhea, you know? It's unpredictable, you're not in control most of the time. And I realized that, you know, the way I was approaching my diarrhea and dealing with it is the same way most of us approach life, right? Which is, we think we are optimistic. You know, we think that so long as we put in the work, so long as we do whatever we can, we try our best, that we can actually prevent shit from happening to us. And I did that, you know, in the initial stages of managing my diarrhea. I was a pharmacist, so I bought literally almost every diarrhea medication I know, but none of it worked, right? None of it worked. The shit just kept coming. And eventually I accepted that, you know what, the shit will inevitably come, right? And instead of being optimistic and thinking that I can actually prevent shit from happening, what I needed to do is to manage the shit. And that's why I bought an adult diaper, right? At least the shit is contained to where it belongs, in a diaper. It's still very humiliating, of course. It's super humiliating, walking around with like bulky adult diapers. But I've learned that, you know, in the end, we are all human. And no matter who you are, no matter what you do for a living, no matter how much you think you are in control, in the end, every one of us will die. Real. And the fact is, life is a lot like diarrhea. Shit happens, and nobody has their shit together. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.